Hello eco-warriors. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the Great Green Wall of Africa, a great initiative to face desertification and environmental degradation, leading to the betterment of human and ecological life. Let's start our topic without any further delay. In the vast, arid expanse of Africa's Sahel region, where the desert creeps relentlessly, a silent war rages. This is not a war of nations but a war of survival. The enemy? The Sahara Desert, spreading inch by inch, devouring life, hope, and futures. But in the face of this relentless adversary, humanity is fighting back with one of the most ambitious environmental projects in history, the Great Green Wall. Have you ever imagined a wall, not built of stone or steel, but of life itself? A wall that could unite nations, combat the growing threat of desertification, and breathe hope into millions of lives? Welcome to the story of the Great Green Wall, humanity's ambitious quest to restore our planet's balance. This isn't just a wall. It's a living, breathing testament to human resilience and ingenuity. Stretching across 8,000 kilometers, from Senegal in the west to Djibouti in the east, this project aims to halt desertification, restore degraded land, and transform millions of lives. Section 1. The problem: land in crisis. The Sahel region of Africa, a semi-arid belt south of the Sahara Desert, is one of the most vulnerable places on Earth. Here, the land is dying, the people are struggling, and the clock is ticking. Climate change, deforestation, and overgrazing have transformed once fertile lands into deserts, pushing millions to the brink of survival. Every year, the Sahara expands southward, claiming more than 1 million hectares of land. This isn't just land. This is home to millions. Crops fail. Water sources vanish. Communities are forced to migrate, leading to a cascade of poverty, hunger, and conflict. The statistics are sobering. Over 80% of the Sahel's population depends on agriculture for survival, yet the desert claims over 10 million hectares of land annually. It's not just an environmental crisis. It's a humanitarian one. Families lose their livelihoods, children go hungry, and entire communities are forced to migrate, often into an uncertain future. This crisis isn't confined to Africa. When land becomes unlivable, people are forced to move, fueling global migration crises. What happens here affects us all. Section 2. The vision: a wall of green. What if we could fight back? What if, in the face of despair, we could plant hope, one tree at a time? In 2007, African nations came together to envision a solution. Their idea was simple yet profound. Plant a wall of trees and vegetation that would act as a buffer against desertification, reclaiming degraded lands and bringing life back to the Sahel. The Great Green Wall is a bold vision. Stretching across 11 countries, from Senegal in the west to Djibouti in the east, it aims to restore 100 million hectares of degraded land, sequester 250 million tons of carbon, and create 10 million green jobs by 2030. Today, over 20 African nations are working together, supported by global organizations and passionate individuals like you. The Great Green Wall isn't just about trees. It's about creating jobs, securing water, and restoring ecosystems. Section 3. Why it matters to you. Yet, this dream is far from complete. With just 5 years left to meet its ambitious targets, progress is uneven. Challenges like funding gaps, political instability, and climate change threaten to undermine decades of work. But there's still hope. Together, we can fuel this movement and ensure its success. The Great Green Wall isn't just about Africa. It's about our planet. It's a bold reminder that we can reverse the damage we've done. But it's also a race against time. The climate crisis waits for no one, and the window to act is closing fast. Imagine a world where the Sahel thrives, a place where families don't have to choose between hunger and migration, where biodiversity flourishes, and where a wall of green protects generations to come. Now, imagine what happens if we fail. Section 4. Call to action. Every tree planted, and every hectare restored, is a step towards reversing the tide of desertification and preserving our planet for future generations. And it's not just Africa that benefits. The fight against desertification impacts us all, because the health of the Sahel is tied to the health of our world. The Great Green Wall is more than a project. It's a movement, and it needs you. Whether it's through raising awareness, supporting organizations, or simply sharing the story, you can be part of this incredible transformation. Together, we can build a legacy of hope and resilience. The Great Green Wall isn't just about stopping the desert. It's about rewriting the future of an entire continent. This is just one story in our fight against environmental collapse. In our next video, we'll explore another groundbreaking initiative. Together, we can make a difference one step at a time. Like, share, and subscribe to join this journey of hope and action.